My husband lives a life he never told me about. It's not military, not law enforcement. It's something hidden, something you think only exists in movies. And I've been married to him for 5 years without having a single clue. My name is Sarah Mitchell. I'm 34. I teach high school English. I drink oat milk lattes, do yoga on Sundays, and I own a golden retriever named Biscuit. My life is painfully, wonderfully ordinary. And the man I married is not. Let me tell you how I found out, because it wasn't dramatic. There was no screaming, no sirens. It was a Tuesday. I was just looking for a phone charger. That's it. That's how my entire world fell apart. David traveled a lot for his job. Or at least, that's what I believed. He told me he worked in finance. Numbers, audits, reports. All of it was boring enough for me to never question. He'd leave for a few days, sometimes a week. He always checked in, always sent photos from his hotel, and always complained about how much work he had. For 5 years, I believed him. That morning, my phone was dead, and I was running late. David was in the shower, so I slipped into his office to grab his spare charger. His desk drawer was unlocked. That drawer was always locked. Curiosity got the better of me. Inside, I didn't find a charger. I found multiple phones, all active. Several official documents, all with his face, but each with a different name. A small drive labeled work. And a notebook. This wasn't a diary. It was a ledger. Dates, cities, payments. All of them matched his business trips perfectly. My hands started shaking. My brain tried to explain it away. Maybe it was some kind of secret government work. Maybe he was a security consultant. Then I noticed how carefully, how methodically everything was organized. I closed the drawer, put everything back exactly as I found it, grabbed a charger from the kitchen instead, and left the room. I called in sick to work and spent the rest of the day just sitting in my car, staring at nothing. My husband, the man who cries during animated movies, who makes me breakfast in bed, the man who rescues spiders instead of killing them. That man had a life I wasn't supposed to know about. And suddenly, everything made sense. Why he never actually talked about work. Why he stayed in such perfect physical shape. Why he only ever traveled with carry-on bags. Why he paid for so many things in cash. Why he had no online presence. Even his nightmares. I had been sleeping next to a stranger for 5 years. That night, he was in the kitchen, cooking dinner like nothing was wrong. I stood in the doorway and just said, "I found the drawer." He stopped moving completely. Then, he turned off the stove, faced me, and spoke in a voice I had never heard before. It was calm, controlled, and chilling. We sat down at the dining table, and he didn't deny it. He told me his name was real, mostly. His age was close. His past was simplified. And his work? He described it carefully, with no details and no bragging. Just enough for me to understand that his job existed in the shadows, solving problems most people never even know exist. I had to ask him why he married me. And he said something that completely broke me. He said, "Because with you, I felt normal. I felt human. You didn't see me for what I do. You saw me for who I am." He offered to leave, to just disappear and let me return to my normal life. But here's the truth I wasn't prepared for. I still loved him. Not the lie, not the cover story, but the man who wakes up from nightmares and lets me hold him. The man who chose this quiet life with me over the one he knew. So I asked the only question that mattered. Have you ever harmed someone who didn't deserve it? He met my eyes and answered without hesitation. No, I don't know if staying makes me brave or foolish. I don't know what loving him says about me, but I'm still here. He's still my husband. Like and subscribe.